Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Green Lamb, and guess what? The longly awaited video of my only book I read this month. I have a review on Killer by Sara Shepard. This was a reread for me, and I know a lot of you have been waiting for this book for me to read. I especially got I got a comment earlier in April or something. Somebody wanted me to read this, so finally getting around to it. I'm sorry for the delay, everybody, but I am moving on to the 7th book, and I hope to be finished it. Like, I want to be able to read it in October and read the 8th book. So then hopefully soon I'll have reviews on all the books. So let's begin. This is also, I like to say, no spoilers. I wouldn't spoil a book if I was going to recommend it. As well, at the end of this video, I will be having a discussion with spoilers, but I will pre-warn you so you can shut off the video and come back later if you have not read the book. So this is the no spoilers part. I will warn you. So we have Killer. So this basically takes off basically where the 5th book ends. Within this book, we have the main 4 protagonists, Spencer, Emily, Arya, and Hannah. And this time, A is kind of giving them clues. So it's a difference. So plot, I give a 5 to 5. Obviously, I love these books. I love the plot of this book. During the end, when I was reading this, whenever I read these books, my heart rate goes really up. And it scares me, and I start to shake. Like, not shake, like, shake manically, but, like, my hands are shaking or something. Or, like I just get really nervous. I don't know why. These books just get my heart rate up. And it's probably not the best when you're stressed out. But I loved everything that happened in this book. This is one of my favorite books just for a part of it that happens. I'd say in this book, rating my favorite storylines in this book, I'd have to say Spencer's is my absolute favorite. Then I'd say Emily's, Hannah's, and Arya's. Which is quite different because usually I really like Emily's storyline when it picks up from in the 6th book, because usually her storyline is not the one I like the most, but and Spencer too. Usually it's Arya and Hannah that are usually my 2 top ones, but it kind of switches it all up in this book. Characters 5 to 5. I love all the characters. We're introduced. We get more acquainted with some characters that were mentioned in the earlier books, which is nice. Cover 5 to 5. I absolutely love this cover. I love the purple and green part of it. The green really reminds me of like a gardenish green, and the outside of the book is pretty mucked, but it says someone is dying to talk A. But I really like the green and purple. I really like the dark purple. It looks really nice on the shelf, and not many books are this dark of a purple, well, that I own at least, so nice change. Also, I like how it's like the half the face and then half the face here. Suspense 5 to 5. I absolutely love the suspense. Obviously, as I mentioned before, my heart rate was up. I was pumped. I was ready to read this book. Obviously, you guys might be thinking, like, how was it that suspenseful if it took you a month to read it? But I've already read it, so obviously I know what happens, as well as I've been busier. But when I pick it up, it's very suspenseful, and I want to keep reading, but I know I have to put it down, sadly. And overall, I give it a 5 out of 5. I absolutely love this book. Obviously, I love the whole series. It's a treasured one in my heart. And yes, definitely recommend. So we're going to get on to the discussion. So this will contain spoilers of books 1, Pretty Little Liars, 2, Flawless, 3, Perfect, 4, Unbelievable, 5, Wicked, and this one's 6, which is The Killer. So this could contain, I don't know if it's going to contain spoilers from the first 5 books, but I'm just saying that to be for a precaution. But spoilers will be of this book. So if you have not read the 6th book, bye, and I hope you guys come back later to see this. So we're entering the discussions. Spoilers are coming out. So this is a shorter discussion because I do not have a lot of time to film right now, as well as I don't have as many comments because I kind of sometimes, like, I had really good points, but I lost my sheet of paper I wrote it on, and I've been reading this over the month, but these are the things that really stood out for me. So I have 6 points. So the first is Hannah plus Kate's competition for Mike. I really like this. I really like Hannah with Mike, and I really like the competition aspect. But also, it's just because Kate really bothers me with Hannah. Like, obviously they're both in the wrong. They both do bad things to each other, but obviously I'm rooting for Hannah because she's been one of my favorite characters since the beginning. But yeah, I really like how they have kind of a competition. I like how it's double-sided, and Mike had a competition with the Lax boys. So yeah, I liked that part of it, and I liked how they got together at the end. I found that really good. So the next point is Emily and Isaac. I really liked them together, and I was really angry at Emily at the ending when she said that maybe someday she'll forgive him, because honestly he made a mistake. Like if I was in that situation, I obviously believe that that the other person was wrong, that my parent wouldn't do that. So obviously it's pretty understandable, but also I see where she's coming from with the trust thing and stuff. Like he should have just trusted her and not believe she was making up stuff. But having that past girlfriend do that, it kind of probably altered it. And I was really angry at Emily for doing that. I thought she should have stayed together with Isaac. Because people make mistakes. And also with that, the cut-up photo, I found that really creepy. Like, if you're going to have a cut-up photo, keep it somewhere out of the kitchen. Like, it's like she kind of planted that there for Emily to see, because in a junk drawer in a kitchen, people go in there to look for loose pens, like elastic, stuff like that. If you want to cut up photo, hide it in your bedroom, like where she's not going to see it, because that just caused all the problems. But I honestly think she was set up to see it, and I think the mother forgot to remove it, and when Isaac found it, yeah. I love Spencer's storyline with her mother here. I love how Spencer goes to her mother, but I wish it would have worked out good. Like, not completely smooth and seamlessly, but I wish it would have kind of worked out where Olivia would have came back with Spencer and her parents, and Spencer and her parents would have had like a confrontation, because Spencer, I find, shies away from confrontation, or whenever she does try to confront them, she doesn't have all her facts straight and she ends up losing, which really disappoints me. I really want her to have a strong confrontation and maybe get the parents to kind of notice her. But I felt really bad for Spencer with her bank account and stuff. Like, I was like devastated for her. And Xavier and his creepiness at the party, that was really creepy. And to do that right in front of Ella's, like, eyes, like, he just, like, grabbed her, like, on the waist, like, really, man? Really? And my last point is that dog, when Ari went to Jason's house, I like how at the end she realizes that she never got the email address, but also, I'm still, like, honestly, with Wilden's story, I kind of remember what happened in the later books, but I'm kind of fuzzy over some of the details, because I think it was more discussed in the 7th book, and I completely forget almost the whole 7th book. Like, in 8th book, like, I know what happens during the end, but, like, I completely, like, the 7th book is one that I didn't ever reread. The first of the 6 I've reread, and the, Pretty Little Secrets, but I haven't reread the 7th book, so I'm very interested and excited to read it again. And plus, it's a shorter book. This one was it's one of the lengthier ones in the series, even though it is only 320 pages. But yeah. So anyway, that was my review on Killer by Sara Shepard. I'm moving on to Heartless, the 7th book. And once again, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Sorry, one more side note. If this video is too bad of lighting, I might decide to refilm it. It's just because I finished the book around 7:30 tonight, and I didn't have time to put it up, and it's 8:46 now. So if the lighting's bad, just, if you want to comment below and tell me that you think I should refilm it, I will not be offended. But if you guys don't like the lighting, just tell me and I'll refilm it. It's not a problem. Okay, thanks guys.